How do you feel after your first performance here at Summer League?
It feels good. It was good to get all the nerves out first game and stuff. I'm proud of the team and how we came out to start the game. I'm excited to just continue to keep rolling with them. So.
Was it everything you thought it would be?
Yeah, I mean, it was a great crowd tonight. I thought it was a little bit more packed than I thought it was going to be. And yeah, I mean, the physicality, the environment of the games, the speed of the game as well. Kind of how I pictured it, and it was great to finally play one.
Was there something about the opportunity with the Raptors that stood out to you when you were making those decisions after the draft?
Yeah, I love their organization and the people that I met with when I came and worked out with them. We kind of hit it off great, and I felt like they were fantastic in coaching me up at the workout as well, and thought that that was a great place for me to be able to learn and kind of improve on my game.
Coach was really praising your rim protection ability. He said you're a little slender, but you've really gotten up there to challenge shots. How do you assess your own performance on that end defensively, and how much you've grown over the years?
Yeah, I mean, I think I've taken a lot of pride in being able to protect the rim and just making shots more challenging, or blocking a couple. And so being able to do that today and kind of show that's part of my game is what I was planning on doing.
And on the other end, the three-point shooting, has that always been part of your game? And if not, how much work have you put into that end of the floor to get good at pick and pops?
I mean, I've always kind of worked on it a little bit, but it's never really been a part of my game until maybe 3 years ago when I really started to focus on that a lot more. And with the game changing for the big man in the NBA, I feel like that was something I kind of had to add into my bag, and so being able to work on that and get better at that each year has been super helpful.
When Jama was here saying you're efficient when protecting the rim, what does that mean to you?
To me, that means I just not falling for shot fakes and go when I'm supposed to go. If they stay in front of the guy, I don't need to go over and try and block it, and just going at the right times, I think, is what I take away from that.
Has that always been something you've been pretty strong at, or did someone coach you up that way?
Yeah, it took a lot of I think a lot of natural instincts as well as some coaching. Just kind of really figuring out when you can go, when you are going to make an impact on that, when you have help side to crack down on your guy, when you go to block that shot. So a lot of coaching and practice for sure.
I saw that you took a knock on the hamstring on a screen there. First and foremost, how the legs feel in post game?
I'm good. It's a brutal league, but it's a lot of bumps and bruises. Everybody plays through them, so I'm doing good.
First one's out of the way. How do you feel, or how do you assess your performance today?
I feel like as a team we did really good. We had a lot of ball pressure. We did all the things we emphasized, and I got a little too tired and got to pick my conditioning back up and pressure the ball all the time. So I think we did good overall as a team, though.
Did you talk to anyone coming into Summer League about how to approach it, how to make the most out of it?
Yeah, of course. There's Marcus, Jarris, Tajay played in it last year, Kyler played in it last year. I had a lot of teammates. Quinn was here that I asked questions, but you ultimately got to go through it yourself and see what you feel and how you feel, because everybody's experience is different. So I think that my first one was a little different for me than compared to them, but it still went well.
As a point guard, how has it been explained to you what they're looking for to run a team in this kind of situation?
Just their points of emphasis and what they emphasize. Try to do it and try to do it to your best ability, and just heat up the ball and do what I do, and try to win the basketball game. So we got the win. So overall, good day.
When we've spoken to Jama and Darko, they've both talked about how important on-ball defense is this year, and you and Davion are obvious examples of that. What is the when you're defending, what is it you're trying to do more than anything else? What is it you're looking for more than anything else?
One of our emphasis is just to pressure the ball and make things as hard as possible for the ball handler. So I just try to do that in whatever way that it happens. I try to just heat the ball up and make it as hard as possible.
Jama said just now that you don't really get slowed up or sped up on defense. That's usually something you hear about an offensive player, not a defensive player. What does that mean to you?
I'm a lot faster than a lot of people. So is DJ, and us coming in and going back and forth was really good for whoever we guarded tonight, and we just tried to speed them up, but it's playing at our pace anyway, so it was pretty good.
Obviously your defense is a strength. What are you trying to showcase offensively as well?
Just play within the offense, take good shots, make the right reads, and just do what we emphasize. I think that I'm playing with a great group of guys, and Gradey had a double-double tonight. Ochai did a lot. Jacoby had a lot of great shots that he's probably going to hit tomorrow. So I have a lot of good guys around me. It's my job to get them the ball.
How would you define sort of success for you in the summer league experience?
You know, everything for a point guard is based on winning. And we're off to a 1-0 start, so I think we're off to a good start.
Did year 2 feel any different?
Feels like a year under my belt, and I know I talked about it a little bit earlier, but just kind of a sense of a more of a leadership role that I can kind of pass on to the new rookies. So yeah, a little bit.
Gradey, we saw you driving the ball a lot. Has that been one of the points of emphasis for you coming into this summer league?
Yeah, I mean I think it's just be aggressive. Any chance I can get. I feel like I say every interview is just doing what the team needs, and when I see a lane, I want to get down and try to finish around the rim and make extra plays.
You finished through contact a couple times today. I know you mentioned the other day that you've kind of gotten stronger over the summer. Is that something that you've really worked on, putting on muscle? Has that sort of been an emphasis?
Of course, as a 20-year-old, I feel like I'm just getting bigger every single day. So it's definitely an emphasis of kind of showing my versatility at the same time, and I feel like summer league's a great chance to showcase that.
Jama and Darko have spent a lot of time talking about on-ball defense this year, or this past week. Obviously, you have a few guys now on the roster who are known for that. For everybody else on the roster, what is anything changed in what he's saying, or do you just feel you have the roster to maybe show a bit more pressure than you have in the past?
You're talking about the summer league?
Summer league, but also going forward.
So this summer league team, I was just talking about earlier, is super exciting. For that, exactly that defense. Jamal just here. One of those guys that one of our best. Had an on-ball defender. So when I'm, it's kind of a thing where we're in practice and maybe I can have a chance to teach him with having a year under my belt, but at the same time I'm still learning from him about defense. So I feel like when you can kind of bounce stuff off each other like that, it's just great chemistry all the way around.
You talked about taking the leadership role. Jacoby had a game tonight, missed a couple shots. What are you going to say to him, or how can you help him based on your experiences so far in the league?
Just being around him already, I know that I really don't have to say too much. With his mentality that I've already kind of learned, in these couple days we've been together, he's going to, fix that. I have no doubt about it. The work I've seen him put in away from these games that nobody sees at all is, what's going to help him be prepared. So, yeah, he's great.
Were you excited about the summer league? I know you've been putting in a ton of work in the gym, all that kind of boring stuff, so to speak. But it was nice to. Were you looking forward to just play?
It was great to play again. There was a couple of times I was winded more than I wanted to be, but any chance I get up to go up and down and play for this organization, is amazing, and it's a great time, and I'm ready, for tomorrow.
Is there like something that you've been training that you're hoping to put into game action? If so, what is it?
I think just continue to develop my versatility on the offensive end, but more importantly the defensive end. Like we talked about, just the on-ball stuff, and try not to be up and down, or not up and down, but straight up where I'm off balance. I'm always prepared, because usually what helps my offense is getting stops on the defensive end, and that helps me translate to the other end. So yeah.
Gradey, 10 rebounds tonight. A bunch of them felt like it was just kind of like angles or routes to the ball that you were taking, where you seemed to have a sense of where it was going to be before anybody else did. Is that something that you sort of study and work on, or is that just like a sixth sense that you have and a nose for the ball on that?
Yes, there's no really secret about it. It doesn't really take. I mean, I guess it is a skill, but it doesn't really take anything secret. It's just being active, and Coach Jama and Darko made a big emphasis about that before we got here to Las Vegas, where we were working out with the summer league team in Toronto. Of we're going to all crash and stay active, and we're not going to be a team where we're kind of taking plays off. And so I feel like kind of buying into that helped me get to that double-double.
How fun is it to play with Jonathan Mobo? He seems like a sort of classic grab-and-go type guy off the glass. Like, when you're playing with him, does it seem like transition opportunities are there a bit more often?
Of course, I love playing with him. It's just another asset to the team where you might as well just throw the ball anywhere in the air and he's going to go punch it. So to have a player like that can also, with his versatility too, it helps the defense stretch out for other guys to get to the rim and ultimately get him the ball back to finish above it.
A lot of guys on this roster that I probably will be on the Raptors roster going forward. A lot of guys came to support today. Does it make a sort of a big difference to have kind of feel like your team is all together in the summer?
It's huge. Not only that, but just the guys on the sideline. Scotty and all them watching us. It's just motivational. Seeing them and the support system. I feel like is amazing. You know, that helps the chemistry build so much easier, and you know, it's kind of away from the court, like I was a little talking about earlier, of the things people don't see, and that's just how we're all together. It's not like, you know, the vets are somewhere else working out and we're somewhere else. It's, you know, all, you know, kind of a family aspect, so it's exciting.
Do you get kind of feedback from them after the games?
We'll see. I mean, I'll see, but no, I feel like I'm going to get probably a call from Garrett and a few with my vet, so it'd be good to sit down and talk to him.
You know how much weight you gained in this sort of, you obviously look most bigger. Is that talking about getting stronger? How much weight you gained?
I think I was about like 205 after the season, after a long season, and I mean, last week I was like 214, so it's probably the heaviest I've been. So, I mean, I feel good. I feel great. I feel good to play.
I guess I'll start with the draft picks and what you saw from your young guys. They're not the biggest numbers, but obviously something for you to walk away with and look at on film.
Yeah, really impressive. I think all of our young guys did a good job on the basketball. Our defense has been what we've been focusing on, our on-ball defense and really having extreme ball pressure. I thought Jacoby did a wonderful job, Jamal the same thing. And then Ochai, obviously, as our veteran leader, sort of doing the same thing. So watching those guys play was really fun to see us disrupting what that other team was trying to run.
From my eye, it looked like there were some opportunities for Ochai to be a little bit more assertive with his body and contact. What are your thoughts on him when he was driving in the lane and kind of getting in some situations there?
Really impressed with his defense. I think Ochai really is sort of putting the focus and the onus on the defensive side, and that's wonderful. I think offensively he's moving well. I think a few sort of missed opportunities, but not by lack of effort. He's doing the right thing, just missed the actual opportunity. So I think he continues to grow. We'll watch his film and he'll learn a few things, but really impressed with his first outing.
Wasn't the best shooting game for Gradey, but is that the sort of assertiveness and all-around impact that you're looking for from him?
Yeah, I think Gradey, we're kind of really figuring out, is he that all-around player? Can he do some stuff defensively and offensively? Can he be on the ball? Can he do knockdown shooting? And I thought we saw touches of everything today. I think sometimes his choices of which shots he's shooting, he's got to continue to work on those. But he's a shot maker. He's a big game player, and I think it's fun for him to get out there and be able to make some shots in Summer League.
You've had a really short time with Branden Carlson, but what have you learned about him, player-wise?
Branden, I think, is a really good rim protector. I think we didn't realize that when we first got him, how efficient he is at the rim and altering shots and blocking shots. That's been exciting for us to see that development. You think a sort of slender frame, you don't think he's going to be sort of that presence at the rim, but his rim protection has been great. So I think continuing to mold that, obviously his pick and pop three ability is really good, but the defense has been great.
Jamal's defensive resume speaks for itself. What allows him to defend the way he does despite being, 6 foot something?
So Jamal really plays with force, but he plays slowly, which is strange to think about for someone who sort of is so active on the ball. He's slow enough that he can move his feet and just stay with the guy on offense. And I think that ability to be slow and move side to side, east west, allows him to be a good on-ball defender with that sort of girth and stride and strength that he has.
When you say slowly, is that like he doesn't get off balance because he's moving, he's too herky-jerky?
Almost the old thing of he doesn't get sped up, right? But it's on the defensive side where he doesn't really get sped up defensively. He's never out of position. He always kind of keeps the ball right in front of him.
Directing Ulrich Shamshay quite a bit on both ends of the floor. What kind of message are you trying to get across to him, and sort of how do you assess this first performance here?
Yeah, so excited for him. I think for him to play some NBA basketball and get out there, you saw the smile on his face and the enjoyment he plays with and the talent he brings to the table too. So I think really fun for him, and as a coach, it's fun to be able to move him around a little bit, put him in the right places. But him as a screener, that play he had at the end of the quarter where he set a screen and Jamal got the bucket, really good for him. He kind of was on the board watching what we needed to do, so proud of him.